Hello students, hope you are well at home. So as previous day, we will start our first chapter, that is definition of economics. There we will cover our economic and the non-economic activities. Definition of economics, there we will cover a wealth definition, right? So today we will cover our next three definitions, that is welfare, scarcity and the growth, so that we will know about the economics in the real world in detail. Clear? So before starting our chapter, first of all we will discuss some key terms that we will use in our day to day life but may or may not be differentiate, like scarce. Scarce means limit in number, like jobs, like food. Both are limited in number, not getting by the whole population. So that's why the thing that satisfy our want but in limited in number, that term is known as scarce. Next one is the welfare. Welfare means satisfaction by getting a material goods, but material goods like that can be seen and touched, as I told you previous day. So material goods like clothes, food, furniture, all these things when we get, then we will state at a point of welfare, means satisfaction of money, good health and the education, then we will at the welfare state. Next one is the real man. As in the wealth definition, we will study a economic man, that is self interest in getting the things. So in this we will study a real man. Real man is that satisfy his wants but also wants the welfare of the society, means societies where he live also in a welfare state, not he only. Clear? So next one is the wants. As we will study, wants are the desires, wish that we want, like Ferrari, big house, jewelry, right? These are all the terms that we want or desire to get but may or may not be in a need. Needs are the things that we will want and we will satisfy that so that we will live, right? Needs are the food, shelter and the clothes. These are the necessities of life that we will have to satisfy. But wants are the things that we will desire and we will may or may not get. Clear? Next one is the resources. Resources are the air, water, food, metals. These all are the resources in the common terms, right? Or these resources are renewable, non-renewable in nature, as you will learn in the science subjects mostly. So these resources, how we will relate in economics is the things that helps to produce goods. The things that helps to produce goods is known as a resources, like land, labor. These are the things that helps to produce the things, raw material, right? Without material we can produce the goods. Without labor we can't operate our machines, right? So these are the resources that we are needed to complete or to produce the goods. Clear? So now we will come our next definition, that is a welfare definition, that is given by the Marshall. The term is the profession Marshall that gives the welfare definition. As we will study in the wealth definition, there are economic activities, those activities that helps to earn our money or a living, right? That is related to the wealth, that is the money. But today we will discuss the third concept, that is a welfare. So economic activities that helps to get money or wealth, that gives us a welfare, means the satisfaction that gained through achievement of the material goods or the economic activities that are known as welfare definition. So, as Marshall said, it includes the economic activities that are concerned with attainment and the material requisites of the well-being, means satisfaction that we get from the goods. Clear? Next one, we will study in this the features of welfare definition. Features. First one is the study of, so features are the study of mankind, study of ordinary business of life, material welfare, and the study of real man. So study of a mankind means study of a man. Clear? So in this, Marshall said that the wealth is a merely a means merely a way to satisfy the wants of a man. Clear? Right? Wealth is the way to satisfy the human wants, but not a end that we want. Means it is a way to satisfy the human wants. Next one is the study of ordinary business of life. Ordinary business of life means that activities that are concerned with the getting a wealth. Clear? Those activities that man performs to get a money or to get a wealth is the study of ordinary business of life. Next one is the material welfare. Material welfare includes the material goods that we will tell before we will study that material goods that we can touch, see, and we can measure it in the terms of money, like food, clothes, furniture. These are the material welfare. Next one is the study of real man. As we will discuss, real man is the man who satisfy his wants but relate to the welfare of the society also. So this is the study of the real man that Marshall includes in his definition. Next one is the criticism. Criticism, there is the 3 points that we will cover. Economics is not a social science, difficulty to measure welfare, and the impracticable. Like economics is not a social science, because social science means that the individuals that living in the society, right? But in this definition we will study a human science, that the human that maybe live in the society or maybe live in a isolation that is different from the society, right? But get his wealth, means gets money to satisfy his wants. Simple. So this is the criticism of the welfare definition. Next one is the difficult to measure welfare. Welfare is change from man to man, place to place, and the time to time also. So welfare is a material welfare that changes from time to time, place to place, and the man to man. So it is difficult to measure welfare in this definition. So next one is the impracticable. Impracticable means there are economic and the non-economic activities, there are the material and the non-material things also, but in this we focus on the material things. That is, it is impracticable approach, because non-material things and the non-economic activities are also important in our day-to-day life. So these are the criticism of the welfare definition. So next one is the difference between the wealth and the welfare definition. As we will discuss a wealth definition and now we will discuss a welfare definition, so there are some common points that differ both the definitions. Like first one is the economic man. We will tell in the wealth definition that economic man is that who wants to satisfy his wants and self-interested, but the real man is that man who wants to satisfy his wants but also welfare of the society he wants. Next one, it stress on the wealth, means it stresses on the money, but welfare definition stresses on the welfare of the man, that the things he can achieve or to earn so that he can satisfy his wants. Next one is the production of health. In this, we will produce wealth, like to earn more and more and more. But welfare definition tells us about the consumption of wealth. Means in this, we will produce money, but after that, we will consume it so that we will satisfy our wants. Clear? So, after that, our next definition starts, that is the scarcity or definition. Scarcity definition. First of all, we will discuss who will give that. Robbins. So, author Robbins that gives us a scarcity definition, as scarcity means that has a limited in number. The thing that has a limit. So, that we can use it in that way so that we will satisfy our wants. Clear? Like, we have unlimited wants. We will want everything, but we can't get. So, there are unlimited wants, but scarce. Clear? The things are scarce, but everybody wanted it, and these things have a alternative uses. Like, if a farmer has a land, he has an opportunity, right, to maybe produce wheat, to maybe produce rice on that land. So, the scarce is a land, but wants are unlimited because he maybe wants wheat, he wants also rice, so both he can't get. So these has a alternative uses also, so that we can satisfy our maximum wants that we want. Clear? So first of all, we will discuss some features of the scarcity definition, that are unlimited ends, scarce means, alternative uses of means, and the signs of choice. Clear? First of all, unlimited means. Unlimited ends means wants are unlimited. Clear? If we want today, right, food, and we will get that. After that, we want some other thing. After that, some other. So that means wants are never satisfied. Clear? As other example we will take, first of all, I want a job after education, then I want a good house, after that I want car, then afterwards some other thing, and the some other thing, means one thing I'll get, then my want again increase. So unlimited ends means wants are unlimited. Next one is the scarce. Scarce means that however limited in number, like jobs, there is a so much population that wants job, but that is scarce in, right, scarce in the number. Clear? So next one is the alternative use of means. The means that we are studying scarce, that have a alternative uses. Like, I'll give you an example of milk. Milk, we can drink it, we can make a curd, cheese, butter by milk. Yes or no? Yes. Right? So, the thing I want, right, unlimited want, but have a scarce in number, and then it has an alternative uses. Right? So, next one is the signs of choice. Choice means now we have to decide what we want. Like, if we have a milk, so I'm hungry, then I'll drink it. If I'm not hungry, then I'll make a curd of it. Right? So this is a choice, that what I want at that time, so that I'll get in a satisfaction point. Right? So it is the signs of choice. Next one is the merits of scarcity definition. First one is the more scientific. More scientific because it deals with the wants, and then it's scarce, and then the scarce has a alternative uses. The things that are scarce, and then it has a alternative uses. So it is a more scientific and the most practicable example or a position of this. Clear? Next one is the analytical definition. Analytical definition, that it gives us the reasons of our economic problems. That economic problems are like we want something, है ना, we want, there are many things that we want, so it gives us a reasons why we study the economic problems. Clear? Next one is the universal definition. There are some examples, there are many examples that relates to the scarcity definition that are universal in nature. We all want to milk, drink, or to make curd, or to make a cheese. So everybody wants that, so it is a universal in nature, means applicable to all. Clear? Next one is the wider scope. As wider scope, it includes the three or more points that satisfy the human wants. First of all, unlimited ends, then scarce means, then alternative uses. So it completes the definition that economics is to satisfy the human wants by the economic activities that are scarce in number. So that is why it is a wider in scope. Next one is the criticism of the scarcity definition. Criticism is the problems of abundance ignored. So next is the criticism of the scarcity definition, that is the problem of abundance ignored. Difference between the means and ends are not clear. Then self-contradictory in nature, and the last one is the impracticable. So first one is the problem of abundance ignored. Like in India, there is the problem of unemployment, but the labor is the abundance in nature, right? So it ignores the concept of abundance that relates to the scarcity, right? Next one is the difference between means and the ends are not clear. Like if we are studying, like our target is to complete plus 2. After plus 2, we will go for a graduation, and our end is to get education at the graduation level, right? But before and after next, we will plan our job, right? We will go for a job, and that graduation degree is used as a means to get a job as an end. So difference between the means and the ends are not clear. First of all, one is my end, like BA degree, but after that BA degree is used as a job to get a job, so that is my means. So BA degree one time is my end and another time it is my means. So it is that is the thing that the Professor Robbins didn't clear in his definition. So next one is the self-contradictory. Self-contradictory. Self-contradictory means that it didn't difference between the ends. That is, he says that the neutral between ends. Like producer, if there is a demand, producer has to produce, right? But he didn't see that want is good or bad. So that is a self-contradictory in nature, right? Like I'll give you an example of ethanol. Ethanol is a thing that we use in a fuel, wine, and the medicines also, right? So if there is a demand of more wine, so producer has to produce, right? He didn't see that it is good or bad for a society. So that is the self-contradictory in nature that Robbins didn't explain. Next one is the impracticable. Impractical means means and ends are not clear, self-contradictory. So these things are not practicable in the real society, in the actual world, right? There are some abundance problems. He ignored these things. So now, next we will start our next definition, that is growth definition. Growth definition is given by the Smilson. So he said that it is the study of man and the society, who has to choose with or without money, maybe with or without money, but so that to employ their resources that have a alternative use, so that he can consume now and in a future, so that he get a growth and increase the things in the future so that he can use, right? So in simply we can say that man has to study that how he choose and produce the things so that he can consume now and in a future. So before that he has to allocate the resources properly, right? Allocation, proper allocation should be there. There are so many resources but has a scarce means, so proper allocation should be there so that the satisfaction should be more from these limited resources. Next one is the growth of resources. Growth of resources means to use resources and put some efforts so that these resources should be increase in future. Next one is the solution to the economic problems. So it gives the solution to the economic problems as men study how to choose the scarce resources so that he can consume now and also in a future. Next one is the dynamic. Dynamic means flexible as changes from time to time, so place to place, so that man can satisfy his wants. So this is all the growth definition that is tell by the Smilson. So today we will discuss about the welfare definition, then scarcity definition, and the last one is the growth definition, right? So now students, you have to write some answers of these questions that are critically examine the welfare definition of economics, how the scarcity definition is superior than others, and what is growth definition of economics, explain along with its features. Clear? Thank